Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, fasten your seatbelt because what pertains to this Drake and Josh review, that finally, after all this time I've been delaying it, after all this time that's been long overdue, finally the wait is over because now it is time, right here on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, it is time for the Drake and Josh review series. Well, I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way, I found a way. If you open up your mind, see what's inside. It's gonna take some time to realize. But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Over your shoulder, you know that I told you I will always be picking you up when you're down. So just turn around. Ooh. Starting off with Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot episode. Hug me, brother. So, it all began with Drake playing his guitar and Josh doing a little homework, and they introduce themselves. Basically, Drake Bell playing as Drake Parker, and Josh Peck playing as Josh Nichols. And they said, man, are they thirsty. Josh picks up a glass of milk. Drake picks up a glass bottle of soda. And basically they talk a little bit about themselves, about their families, and they talk about each other because they start seeing each other, even were chances of going to school together. And it will they talk about how Josh is saying that Drake is okay, but Drake on the other hand says that Josh is unusual. And you'll find out why he's so unusual, and it is not unpleasant, just to say the least. So they start going to the house of Drake's home where his mom is there, and you have Mr. Nichols there as well. They're kissing on the sofa, couch, whichever one is yeah, want to say. Also, Drake came from school, sees him kissing and all that. He just interrupts him by blowing his whistle. So apparently he carries himself a whistle everywhere he goes. All of a sudden, Josh comes out of nowhere with a mop, getting ready to to attack someone with a mop, in case someone was gonna attack or steal something, thought it was like an intruder. So Drake is opposed about him being there, and all of a sudden Drake's mom told his son Drake to get his sister, and he's shouting, Megan, which played by Miranda Cosgrove. She comes down and she's like, because she knew what was going on downstairs pertains to the mom and dad. Basically, are they done sucking their faces? even she was disgusted. So they have an announcement to make. Basically, that's a big news for pertains to the mom and dad, and pertains to the entire family. And then Drake, took a wild guess to say, "You got me a dirt bite." I'm glad it's all about you, Drake. Yeah, because it's always about Drake. Drake this, Drake that, and that will, a lot more of that will come, as we continue on with these, these episodes, moving forward. But no, it was no dirt bite. It was basically the mom and dad announcing that they're getting married, and Drake, was feeling a little I don't know how how to put it. He was feeling uncertain of what he or he just heard. And he basically mumbled the words out of his mouth, Mary. So basically he's saying, so he's gonna be my stepdad, and he's all smiling and nodding his head, like he's like he thinking that Drake is happy about this, and then he turns to Josh. It's like, and you're gonna be my, and then that's when Josh did the whole hug me, brother, and Drake gets hugged. As he's in pain, he's got that pain look in his face, screaming and all that. And they go right to the introduction of, well, I never thought it would be so simple, but I found a way, I found a way. All that. And yeah, that's basically how the episode started. And we continue on with that with the mom coming into the room of Drake. He's in the middle of playing his guitar. And Josh just got on his way. And basically Drake said, oh cool, because I wrote a song about him and it's called I'm Not Sharing My Room with Josh. I'm not sharing my room with Josh. Too bad that song never came out though. But as they're try to the moms try to give convince Drake to give this a shot and all that. Drake kept pulling down Josh when he's not there, and then all of a sudden he shows up. And as he shows up, he's already annoyed and got the other kind. And because people always pick the black kind, and then as he's rambling about all that, Drake just slammed the door in his face. And as the mom goes open the door, because Drake was not being polite and he's being rude and obnoxious. Josh comes in the room, and like, I sure got the black kind, right? And yeah, you sure got the black kind. And also the mom leaves the two alone in the room. And by which is a room, you have a drum set, where eventually that ends up being they put a bed for Josh. And we'll get to why with that too, because for now he got to sleep on the couch. And Drake's got this cool bedroom, by the way, where he's there's a you got that come up there. It's not a top bunk. It's one of those type of beds that you don't need there is a ladder, it's for you to step on and all that, but it's not a bunk bed. It's a unique type of bed where you can come up there and and sleep out there. That's one of the most coolest things I've ever seen. I'm probably the camera is right there, not there. Sorry, I was pointing this way for a reason. I mean, look at that way. I meant to say, but anyways, so Josh's like, oh, that's a cool bed, and then also he goes up there and Drake starts trying to stop him, right? And then Josh, he goes, whoo, what? I guess he believed he could fly. I believe I can fly. Until he found out he couldn't fly. But hey, he landed perfectly safe on the bed. And he's got his shoes all over the bed too, and all like, oh, really, Josh? You're supposed to be a neat person and all that. You're always doing the right thing, and you get your feet on his bed and all that. Basically asking where Drake's gonna sleep, and then Drake like, there, I sleep there. You sleep on the couch, and then Josh's like, I don't know, yeah, I have lumbar problems. Yeah, so apparently he's got lumbar problems when it tends to not sleeping on a if you don't sleep on a firm mattress, you'll have lumbar problems. So you need a firm mattress to to prevent having lumbar problems. And I cannot wait to get to that episode, by the way, which is the episode which is the second season for that other episode, which it comes right back to the whole I have lumbar problems cliffhanger. So continue. So Josh brought a lot of stuff that that Drake is complaining about already. He's complaining about everything already. So which he has a right to. Talk about reading the newspaper article. How stupid it is. And Josh is saying it's good, and then the whole thing with the Miss Nancy column, the Miss Nancy column, where she gives good advice. So Josh is, and Drake pretends the whole thing, and basically said, he's gonna play basketball, and Josh asked how long he's gonna be gone, not knowing, in Drake's mind, like, why you ask, and then Josh is like, well, good. Good with the hoops or whatnot. Basically, Josh right there was acting all weird and unusual. Was the words I was used to describe Josh from the beginning of this episode of the pilot episode. And Drake had to look on his face like, see, this is why I think he's unusual. He's talking weird. So as Drake's going downstairs, we see the mom and dad, playing the whole game of now it's my turn to kiss you. Now it's my turn to kiss you. And then Drake, intervenes to say, and now it's my turn to throw up. He could just pass along, not just mind his own business instead of interrupting them. So he's going to go play basketball. On the mom, say, why don't you ask Drake to play? And then Drake was basically saying, I don't think Josh is a, basketball player material, something like that. And then, Josh's dad, oh sure, I told him myself, trust me, the rock. And you start on, doing this, all that, and then doing the spinning the ball, and then think fast. But hits the lamp, broke the lamp. Drake basically was being a smart mouth there, saying, lamps don't think fast. So the mom said to him to just ask. So he goes and asks, basically go back into the room. Basically asks Josh if he wants to play basketball. And as he's asking him that, he's opposed of what he just saw from Josh in a woman's clothing. And he starts freaking out. Josh starts freaking out. They both start freaking out. Josh is like, I can explain. And, Drake's Ray's going to start rat him out to his mom. So, basically, eventually Josh was hesitant to tell him, but Drake was going to, spill the beans if he doesn't talk. So, he finally does, but he was still a little hesitant of, to explain why he's in the woman's clothing. Basically saying, just as Drake's words, why just like Queen Latifah? I guess if Queen it's just weird. But anyways, so he came clean and he says he's Miss Nesbitt from the from the Miss Nancy. I mean Miss Nancy. I think I meant to say Miss Nancy. I don't know where I got Miss Nesbitt from. From the Miss Nancy column on the school article. So as Drake's so you're Miss Nancy, and he laughs. And Josh basically explains why he does this, because it helps him give good advice. And Drake points out, you can't give advice by wearing pants. And right there, I think to myself, it comes more than just wearing a pants. Because there's still a problem with him wearing the dress, the wig, fake that he had in, which we'll get back to that. And well, at least he wasn't wearing makeup. That's the best I can say from there. So, Drake takes one of the letters that was given to Miss Nancy, and basically, Josh tried to take it away from him, and Drake is like, he recognized the handwriting, the signature, and all that. It's a letter from Tiffany, who goes to the school, and he's sniffing the the letter. Josh takes it away from it and said, "Quit sniffing my mail." And then basically the advice column of Miss Nancy is that Tiffany's boyfriend basically is not showing any appreciative of her, not giving her flowers, not writing poems, whatever. Not doing cooking dinner. I'm assuming that's what that she was referring to in a way. Basically, a boyfriend should be treating a girlfriend as she like he should. If they want to take things of their relationships seriously on the next level of seriousness. So Josh is listening to Drake talking about how Tiffany is is all alone and all that, and she's desperate and everything, and Drake grabs Josh right on the and basically Josh is like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? And Josh is not liking what Drake is going with this, and Drake is like, yeah, I'm gonna help her with her her problems. And Josh is like, no, I'm not gonna have you you know fix her problems on my out of my expense, and Drake is gonna threaten to tell everyone that Josh is Miss Nancy, and he's going to do that too because Josh was not caving in. He's go outside of his window, basically screaming out to anyone that could hear, and then all of a sudden, oh, close to the window on back of the spine, my spine, my spine, and Drake saying that. So basically Josh came to agreement that he will not get he will not get involved, and Drake's going to do what he's got to do with Tiffany. And then to end the segment from that whole thing, Drake says, "Are those real?" And then Josh's like, "Stop that." So we get to the school, and there's Tiffany, and Drake is pretending to rhyme, pretends to rhyme a poem, and he's being all dramatic, because she asked, what are you doing? Oh no, nothing, just write a poem. So dramatic. Basically, they had a little talk, and they're gonna have dinner, and he's gonna cook dinner. So as Tiffany leaves, and then Drake's smiling that his plan worked. Josh comes out of nowhere and says, "Evo, Evo," which is a theme of Josh's catchphrases, pertains to everything that that's gonna lead to for the rest of the seasons of Drake and Josh. Also, we get back to this was after school's over. We get back to home, where Megan is watching TV, and you already have Drake and Josh's dinner and and drinks already. So they're upstairs and they get ready to come downstairs, by order of their dad, shouting that dinner's ready. Megan had a bottle of hot sauce, and this will become a theme for Megan about what her character is all about. Yes, Megan. So she pours hot sauce into the spaghetti. I'm assuming it was the spaghetti. Unless it was something else. I can't remember if it was spaghetti or something else. I can't remember what was it. What was their dinner? And then, it matters worse, we're to the mocha cola drinks they had there, which is in a glass of cup with ice. She pours hot sauce in there, and I say to myself, okay, that right there is very noticeable. How is it that Drake and Josh did not know the different colors of their soda? Unless they thought it was getting juice, or carrot juice, something like that. I don't know. So Megan goes to high to see how the plan goes out, and meanwhile Drake and Josh talking about the whole thing with of Josh's issues of just like a lady of being Miss Nancy, and basically Josh let him know about once he took care of Tiffany and all that, cook dinner and all that, flowers and all that, whatever have you, problems will be solved. And then Josh's like, wait, you cook? And Drake's like, no, but I know someone who does. And he basically looks at his brother, and Josh is like, no, I ain't gonna do it. And then Drake's like, I know who Miss Nancy is. I know who Miss Nancy is. And then no, don't. I'll fine. I'll cook for you. And then like, you hand licker. That's basically what Drake did there. He licked his hand because he has Josh was covering his mouth, to not tell about anyone that he's Miss Nancy. So now they get ready to eat, and Megan comes out of nowhere, where she was hiding, with the evil smile on her face. And after eating, they realize, for a reason, the food is spicy, and they were like, ah! They grabbed the drink, and it doesn't make matters better. It makes matters even worse because that also had a lot of hot sauce in there. Once they realized, they were drinking hot sauce, it got way worse, and they went to the glass vase, which Josh got there first, you know, and then you have Drake go into the fish bowl or fish tank, I should say. And I see myself, why can't you just go in the kitchen and grab a milk? And then they're asking for the basically Drake's shouting for the hose, and Josh's like, what hose, and then the window and everything. They're going to the window, and Drake just pushes Josh outside, and they go for the hose. As Megan closes the window, shuts the window, keeps them out there, and oh my god! So that's one of the first pranks that we've seen so far on the episode of Drake and Josh with by the hands of the evil little girl, the evil twisted little girl known as Megan Parker. And there'll be more of that to come. And for those of you that used to watch Drake and Josh, I know what I'm talking about. And for those of you who never watched Drake and Josh, start watching it. I guarantee you, you won't be disappointed. So we get to the dinner part. Tiffany was invited to into the house of Drake Parker, and she asked Drake, this ravioli is great. What's it called? And then Drake's like, it's called ravioli. I don't know how he worded it, but like, oh yeah, clever, real clever there. All of a sudden, Josh leaves the kitchen, and he had the apron on, basically still had the apron on, and Tiffany's like, oh, hello, and like, oh, Josh, what are you doing? Basically blowing the cover, you ruined everything, and and she's like, Tiffany's like, oh, I remember you go out of our school, and well, yeah, this is my brother Josh. Actually, he's not supposed to be here right now, and Drake, Drake, saying that, and Josh is like, I can't stay in the kitchen forever, and then Drake's like, why not? And Josh is like, I gotta use the boys' bathroom with her, and Drake's like, there's a sink in the kitchen, and like, really, Drake? You ever heard about personal hygienes? And on top of that, it's disgusting. So basically, Tiffany was telling Josh, hey, have you ever tried Drake's raviolis? Yeah, it's so good. And Josh, it's like, oh really, Drake? Tell me, how do you do it? And then Drake, didn't know what to do from there, and he's like, you know what? It's time for dessert. Let me get that for you, Tiffany. Yeah, and I saved it, Drake. So Tiffany is telling Josh about how Drake is something, and Josh's like, yeah, oh yeah, he's something, right? Yeah. All of a sudden, we get to someone knocking on the door aggressively. So Josh goes to answer the door. All of a sudden, bam! He caught a concussion, apparently. So it's Buck, the boyfriend of Tiffany, and basically says, so it's true. Like, what? Do I have a concussion? And he questions on his girlfriend that I turned back from 1 minute, whatever, and you're dating this clown. And Tiffany's like, I can date whoever I want, but she didn't clarify who she was dating. She could just told Buck that she's not dating him. But then again, look at the color of her hair. Enough said. If you know what I'm talking about, well, let me explain. But anyways, moving on. Buck continues like, oh yeah, well, you can't, date someone. I can't remember what way he prefers Josh is. And Josh's like, you're squishing my pelvis or something like that, right? And then Buck tells him, your hamburger, your hamburger meat. And then Josh's like, but I'm a vegetarian. So basically, he challenges him to a fight. Fight me. Fight me. So, at the school, obviously. And push him to the wall. He leaves. And then Tiffany's like, so romantic. Huh? He's a bully. He just bullied Josh. And you didn't tell him that you were dating someone else. Basically, you put Josh in a position where he's a victim in all this. And I can't blame Drake Parker for this. And by the way, why didn't Drake Parker hear that? He was right there at the other side of the room in the kitchen getting dessert. You told me he couldn't hear that commotion? So he comes out, got dessert, and he's like, oh, Josh, I think you have to pee. All of a sudden, Josh looks down, he's like, done. And I said to himself, oh, really? You went to the bathroom, but yet there's no wet spot there. I'm not trying to say there should be a wet spot there. I'm not cramming for that. But at the same time, at least wear some black pants. That way you could, could be a little more convincing, But instead, no, it was wearing some color. I can't remember what color pants he wore, but it wasn't black. I'll tell you that, because if it was black, he probably would got away with saying that he peed himself. But because he was wearing colorful pants, nope. You can't install our intelligence from there. Can't blame Josh. I can't blame Josh for that. I blame the writers, the producers. Just saying. But that's basically what it was, And Drake was disgusted. So we go to after everything was all over now, they're up in their rooms. Josh is blaming Josh is blaming Drake for this, which I don't blame Drake for this. Because at the end of the day, Josh was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Not trying to say it's Josh's fault either. It's Tiffany's fault at the end of the day. So basically, Josh is pointing all the fingers to Drake, and basically comparing that Buck is big and stupid, pertains to he's gonna massacre him, and Drake's is like, oh yeah, you're right, he's gonna kill you. Like, hey, can I have your computer snap that? And like, wow, it's always gonna be about you, right, Drake? Always gotta be about you. So Drake came up with an idea as they go to karate school with a karate conductor, and you gotta look at this guy, Bobby. He was goofy, but basically, pertains to learning karate. It takes years of training, and he basically needs lessons before he gets to to fight Buck and all that, and basically said karate is in here, not here. Sometimes in here, and sometimes here, whatever, it's like that. And it's like Drake and Josh have a look on their face, and they look at him, and, like he's weird. And then he was like, "What? Do I summon my teeth?" And like, so then Josh, basically saying to him, "Are you gonna help me or not?" He's got 48 hours. And he's like, "Can't help you." And all of a sudden, we'll give you $30. And then let the train begin. So I guess $30, you could persuade this guy. I would have asked for $50. That's just me. But then again, I don't care about money that much anyways. So, but yeah, he goes, yeah, whatever, right? So they started doing the karate lessons, and I say to myself, how's this karate lessons when they're shaking their butt, dancing like this, doing this, and doing this, like what? How is that karate? It's just total goofiness that was going on, and on top of that, him the karate instructor, flossing his teeth. Like, how is that karate? That's called personal hygiene. So basically, Josh was doing something breaking plywood, doing other karate things like ha, and hits the the karate trainer. I should say that instead of instructor, whatever. And he fights the by the way, Josh's karate belt was pink. I guess that's supposed to be funny. And he fought a little girl, had a purple belt, and she was kicking Josh's. Anyways, so Drake is looking all weird and opposed and annoyed of all this. At one point, he drank his soda, his glass bottle of soda. all of a sudden, Josh was getting better. He broke the plywood with his head. He beat the little girl, and she ran away like a frightened little girl as she is. And he's like, "Who's the little girl now?" Well, apparently she is, because she's literally a little girl. So yeah. So Drake and Josh, well, basically Josh was gonna hug Drake, but then Drake's like, I'm not comfortable with the hugging. And then Josh's like, okay, I'm sorry. And yeah, so basically the karate trainer saying that he's ready, and we'll get to that part. So basically, he advised those two, the karate man, saying, so are you guys ready for some kind of meal that he wanted to invite them to? Can't remember what it was. I can't remember. But Josh was interested, but Drake was not. I think I'll pass. So then we get to, after school. Josh is wearing all green, track, suit and a black shirt, and Drake is giving us instructions about what to do. Basically, jab, punch, stay away. Eventually, it gets tired, and then you go, Kia, cry, kick him, So here goes Buck, and Buck shows up and says, "Hope you have evidence ready." And then Josh's like, "Yeah, for you." And they got these students. Ooh, like, what is this, high school? Well, apparently it is, because it was high school. So yeah, we get ready for the fight, and there's you got Buck remove his I guess that's supposed to be his football jacket, where it says on him being in the football team. And then are you ready? And then Josh's like, oh yeah, I'm ready, I'm ready. And then also boom, one punch, knockout. So much for that. And Tiffany was right there, and like, come on Tiffany, let's get out here, and whatever, right? And she was like, I think again, romantic, or like, yeah, because fighting is romantic apparently. Josh is checking on Josh, I mean, did I say Josh checking on Josh? No, I meant to say Drake checking on Josh. I meant to say. We'll get back to that, by the way. We're chance to Drake checking on Josh, because something happened. We're chance to what was a cliffhanger for the ending credits of this episode. Because we go to Drake in his room. Well, Josh is in the in the room, I meant to say. And Drake comes in, and Josh is upset that he can't find the dress, and he knows that Drake hidden the dress, and basically, well, tell him where it is. And Josh's like, you're the worst stepbrother ever. And then, Drake's gonna go get some to eat or drink, whatever. And then Josh was trying to, give my dress, or I'm gonna give you $30 of my karate on you, whatever. And Drake's like, nope. And Josh's like, annoyed that he didn't fall for it. And then, basically they're arguing back and forth about the dress. And until finally, Drake finally had enough and said, question, if someone has to wear a dress, if a man has to wear a dress, to give good advice to people, what would you say to that person, And he's trying to get Josh to talk about that, get advice about what to say, what would you say, right? What would you say? What would you say? And then Josh finally came in and said, I'd say it's ridiculous, giving advice, is not something that of what you wear, what changes to dress, whatever. It's what comes from the mind or thoughts, and that in a way. Can't remember how he's worded, but but yeah, you should know what I mean. We're to that whole thing, and then Drake was like, "That's stupid," and Josh's like, "No, it's not stupid. It's like Drake's Drake's doing this on purpose, by the way, because it's all part of the plan." He's saying stupid advice, and then Josh says, "It's good advice," and then Drake's like, "I'm sorry, would you say that again?" "It's good advice," Josh said, and Drake's like, "Well, Josh, looks like you give it good advice, and you're not wearing a dress." And icebreaker. Josh realized he just gave a good advice, and no dress on, no wig. He did it by wearing pants, and he said that too, by the way. Praise be the pants. And I said to myself, it's more to just wearing the pants. It's more to it than just the pants. It was just the dress, the fake boobs, the wig, and again, no makeup. Thank God there was no makeup, but it's all about the pants, right? So Josh, it's like he just had to just like a freakish man's lady or something like that. I can't remember how he said it, but and then he's gonna hug Drake, and then and then I'm sorry, I forgot you not comfortable with the hugging, and Drake was it's like, hey, listen, man, I apologize for for you getting in this whole thing with Buck, even though it wasn't really his fault, but let's just pretend it was his fault. So basically, he apologized. At least he apologized. He manned up and apologized. And Josh was like, and I'm sorry that I said you're the worst stepbrother. And then he's like, are we still friends? Josh saying this. And then Drake's like, friends? No way, dude. Josh looking all sad because he may have ruined that relationship in a way. Maybe it'll be a slow healing process, but it happened quickly because Drake said, we're brothers. And then Josh was like, may I? And then, yeah, you know what's coming. So Drake said, hug me, brother. And then they hug, and then Drake's like, but he was bracing himself there though. And that was the end of that episode. But we get to a deleted scene as the credits are rolling. Buck is like, I can't believe you were dating this guy. And then Tiffany is like, oh, I wasn't dating him. I was dating him. You should have told him that from the beginning. Otherwise, Drake and Josh would never been in this mess in the first place. Especially Josh, because he got a black eye for that. So Drake is like, oh, well Buck, and then Buck goes, hits him in the head, and Drake's knocked out. The students leave because basically it's like the whole Officer Bar Brady. Okay, move it along, people. There's nothing to see here. Basically, that's what the whole thing is. And Josh is like, he gains consciousness. He's like, is he tired yet? And then he goes out again. And that was it. That was the end of that episode, the pilot episode of Hug Me, Brother, where it tends to Drake and Josh. Whew. What episode? Not bad for the for a pilot episode. It gives you insights of of who Drake is, who Josh is, and we'll get to know them a lot more as the show goes continue on, especially with it to Megan about what she's about, and you got a good glimpse of that too, no? It returns to the mom of Drake, Audrey, and then you got Josh's dad, which is Walter, and you'll now when it pertains to moving forward for that, I don't remember them ever mentioning the mother's name. I mean, sure, when you look at Wikipedia, it does say her name there, but of my time of watching Drake and Josh, I never recall Drake's mom names had been been given out when it pertains to her her being called Audrey. As far as Walter, his name was thrown out there, like by Megan and Drake, especially from Drake. Like like you give him a free candies, pertains to, I don't know, but yeah, at least we got Walter's name out there, pertains to this whole thing. But as far as Audrey, the mother of Drake, yeah, I can't really recall, which is why pertains to doing this review, I'm gonna watch these episodes again, which reliving these episodes again is my teen hood memories, man. Drake and Josh was yeah, it was that show. And to me, nothing comes close to that, other than maybe iCarly. Um, Sam and Cat was there, but then it only lasted one season, unfortunately. Victorious, and I got iCarly coming back. Just which is great. But it's not the same without without Sam. But yeah, besides that, this episode itself, basically, yeah, I thought it started off pretty good, and moving forward, now we won't have to see Josh in that Queen Latifah freakish mannish lady costume anymore, which is him being Miss Nancy, which is on giving his advice columns, because he's still gonna do that, by the way, which we'll get to more of that when we get to that when we get close to that episode, which I believe is gonna be in episode 3. That'll be something for me to look up too. But yeah, as far as this episode was, it's a starter, a kickstart of what's to come for the rest of the of season 1, and then we'll continue on when we get to more of these seasons for Drake and Josh, and pertains to the movies that I'll get to as well, which it's gonna be fun living through that as well. Yeah, and then you can see a lot of evolvements and a lot growing up too. By the way, pertains to Drake, Josh, and Megan. And as far as the show was, the pilot episode, Hug Me Brother, um, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. In fact, moving forward, you're not gonna see any thumbs down episodes for me for Drake and Josh, because I never found any episodes of Drake and Josh boring, bad, worst, terrible, horrible, horrendous. None of that. You will not hear that from me at all. Versus to every episode I've seen of Drake and Josh. I thought every episode of Drake and Josh were entertaining, were great, were phenomenal, stupendous. Even though a lot of actings are silly, that, and some actings are not that good actings, but nothing's perfect at the end of the day. But hey, and the last studio audience, by the way, it's a meh thing that I have with them and all that. But other than that, but yeah, that's the Classified too, by the way. That's another show I love too. And Zoe 101. Just want to bring those up. But yeah, but I'm gonna give it this this as a pilot episode, thumbs up. Thumbs up. With that being said, I'm gonna end it from there, and I'll catch you all on the second episode of this first season of Drake and Josh. Continuing on with this Drake and Josh review series. For I am Robert, and if you like what I'm doing here, hit the like button. If you don't like it, dislike it. And you want to see more of these, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell, because what pertains to doing these Drake and Josh series, it's gonna be a once a week thing. I'm gonna try to do like on Mondays, and have the schedule on for where today's list on it was set for 3:30, but I want because the intro was gonna be was the reason why I did at 3 p.m. But this was in 3:30 p.m. So next one will be at 3 p.m. for next time. But that's all I gotta say from there, and yeah, I hope you all tune in for my next Drake Josh review for the this for this moving forward, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.